Hi Cancer, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're looking for all the goss on you, okay? So make sure you subscribe if you're not already. I do really appreciate the support. But this week we do have 4 different decks that I'm using. So we're starting off today with the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. I do have the Slavic Folklore Lenormand there. And 2 love oracle decks as well, so we can get all the goss on your love life as well as you yourself. So we have the Hidden Truth Oracle and those beautiful heart-shaped love oracle cards. Okay, so getting into it for you today, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. What's the goss on Cancer? What's going on for our Cancers, please? Okay, Cancer. So there are a couple of Phoenix related cards in this particular deck, focusing on different stages of that Phoenix sort of, a lot of us know the imagery of the Phoenix rising from the ashes. So, we did actually see in Pisces, one of the other Phoenix cards, but today you have the Golden Phoenix. Okay, so this does say something you thought finished bursts back into life. So this is really focusing on that, rising from the ashes, something that you thought had, turned to ash, something that you thought was dead and buried, something that you thought had completely ended from your life, and you're probably not expecting this at all, but it is coming back into your life in some way, shape, or form. So what we do find with the Phoenix energy is sometimes that energy comes back through in a totally different way, but we do have, the Phoenix imagery does bring to mind the fire, the passion as well. All right, so it's probably something that you thought that it was dead and buried. You thought that it was had ended, but it was something that you probably were very passionate about at some point, but it is sort of bursting back into life for you at the moment, Cancer. Interesting. So that's some good gossip. I like that. Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. All right. So this really does talk about relying on, your safety nets, your the things that help you feel safe and secure, the people that you can go and turn to for a shoulder to cry on, or good advice, all those sorts of things. So it does say a safe place for you to go. So for some of you, that definitely could just be an actual place as well, somewhere where you feel safe, and that you're gonna, it makes you feel, it brings to mind, for me personally, it brings to mind, if you go somewhere specific to do meditations, or somewhere where you just feel, content and happy, and that that place gives you that some sort of security to just be there. So a lot of the time that's, places, in nature, where you might have a certain tree you like to go and sit underneath, and it makes you feel, safe and protected every time you are there. Those sorts of things. It is sort of coming to mind for a lot of you. It might be an actual place to go where you do sort of somewhere where every time you go there, it helps you sort of sort through things in your head, and it makes you sort of just feel safe and secure in knowing what you're doing, and where you're going from here. Very interesting. Okay, Cancer. What's the goss on our Cancers, please? Okay, I'm seeing the exact same energy coming back through. I am going to grab a couple more cards in a minute, but I'm just sort of seeing it coming back through, and it's a very the way that it's coming back through this time, it's kind of coming back through backwards, all right? Because firstly, we've got that house energy, all right? So that's that safe place to go, the somewhere where you feel safe and secure. It feels like, part of your bubble, part of your home, even just within yourself. a lot of the time that energy, it can just be a place within yourself where finding that little safe zone inside yourself that really brings the security and stability out in you. So we do sort of also see with this particular house card, it can talk about traditional stuff as well. So it can also talk about an actual house, an actual place. So if there is an actual, it's just bringing to mind that song. The lyrics go, I just can't remember the name of the song itself, but it's the same people that sing Black Hole Sun, and it's in your house. I wait. Like, it's about, I can't even remember the words now. That I know the song inward and outward, and it's just in your house I wait alone. Walk your hallways. Oh, I can't remember, but it's like, if I sung it, I would know the words straight away. But I'm like, I'm not going to sing that song because it's like out of range for what I can even sing. Yeah. Anyway, it's a particular song there. uh, So it may even be somebody else's house where you feel safe, because we do see that brother raccoon. It brings to mind, going to somebody's house, a safe place for you to go. So, if there is someone's house where you feel safe and secure, to go to this person's house and spend time with them, it definitely could be talking about that as well. So very interesting. Goss, whose house are you going to, Cancer? Um, we also do see the grave card there. Okay, so that's traditionally the coffin in the traditional decks. The grave is pretty much the exact same energy as the phoenix energy. All right, because it does talk about death bringing brand new beginnings. Closing the door on something gives you that opportunity to move forward into something else. Endings bringing beginnings. All right, so it's really, once again, that phoenix energy, but this time it's about something that, once again, it's the exact same wording as what we're seeing on that phoenix card. Something you thought finished bursts into life, and I went to say that same sort of thing with this coffin energy, that something that you thought had ended, all of a sudden here's the new beginning with it. All right, so for some of you, it's going to be because you go to this safe place for you. You need that safety net. Maybe the safety net is a person, this person's place. We're then seeing the sun energy. Okay, so once again, though, we're seeing that house symbolized there in that sun card as well. So it really does talk about happiness and warmth and success with the sun card. The sun shining down brightly onto you there. This new beginning bursting into life. Some things being revealed. So the new beginning being revealed, that it is coming back around, that you thought this was dead and buried, but here it comes to come out back into the light for you, Cancer. So I just wanted to go through those because it's the exact same message here. But what I'm going to ask if we can get a little bit more specific on that, and what is that all about? Okay, what is that all about for our Cancers? What is coming back into Cancer's life here? What is this? Okay, so firstly, we have the child. Okay, so for some of you, this definitely could be a child coming back into your life. I'm feeling that may only be one person, though. We do just get the new beginnings once again come through with the child. Something that when it's ended in the past, it may have been immature in some way. It may be a person that you thought was immature, not ready for. Why am I getting that? Not ready for this, but it's coming back into life now. It's such a weird message for you today, Cancer. It's that innocence, that sense of adventure, that it definitely could be something that connects with you on a childlike level, that connects with your inner child. This house that you are, that's your safety zone. It may be somehow connected to a child, or there may be children in the house. There may be just that sense of fun and adventure and this new beginning. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, re-injecting fresh life into whatever it is that's ended in the past here. That's for sure. We do also have the Mountain. Okay, so that's the Capricorn card. So this person may have a Capricorn placement, but it does talk about obstacles, delays, challenges. So I'm feeling like, the ending is the obstacle. The fact that this has ended in the past is the obstacle. There may be some more obstacles or challenges to get through in order to, really see this new beginning coming into fruition. It's not being very clear with me today, Cancer. But the interesting thing is, on the other side of the mountain, when we put in a bit of hard work to overcome those obstacles, if that obstacle is this thing has ended in the past, and that's the obstacle, you're putting a bit of hard work, perseverance to try to get through that, and climb that mountain. When we get to the top of that mountain, we can see our way clear, and it really opens up brand new opportunities for us. And with the next card there, the key, clarifying that. So not only does the key unlock the house energy, okay, so we are getting that linking through again with this house energy. So I'm feeling for a lot of you, there's an actual place involved here, somehow. There's an actual place involved here for a lot of you. All right, but that opens up brand new doors. That's that liberation and success on the other side of those new doors. So even if you feel as though there may be some obstacles in order to open these doors for this new beginning with this thing, you will experience success on the other side of that. It's a matter of maybe needing to put in a little bit of hard work in order to, face some challenges when it comes to the way that this has ended in the past, how to reconcile the past with the present, moving forward into the future. But in the future energy, we definitely are seeing, a lot of happiness and a lot of success on the other side of any challenges that you're facing with this. All right, so it's feeling like it's going to be a bit different for everybody. So I am feeling that for some of you, this is connected to, it's an actual person connecting here, for some of you, and it's relevant to this person's house somehow. Okay, so like I said, this person may have a child in the home. You may consider them immature, but also there's this level of safety that you feel, in this person's house. You feel like that's your safe zone, a safe place for you to go. But you may have thought that it was over and ended, and that you weren't able to go to this house or something along those lines. But you are definitely seeing that sort of bursting back into life, and the potential energy coming back through that this definitely could be, if it's a person, reconciled with that person, all those sorts of things. The odd thing is, I'm getting for someone here that it's something like you were, this is just for maybe one person, but because we're getting such strong, actual place energy, it's kind of that energy of like you were barred from a certain house or a certain place, and the bar is now lifted and you're now allowed to go back there. Such a random, that's a weird thing. Like, I don't know how many of us have been barred from places. Like, that's bizarre. But it's kind of, it reminds me of, like when I've seen people like getting kicked out of, like a pub or something, and it's like, you don't come back to the pub. You're barred from the pub for 12 months, and then the 12 months is now over, and they're allowed to come back. That's a weird message. Okay, it may be relevant for one of you out there. All right, but what's the goss for Cancer with love? What's the goss on Cancer's love life, please? So I'm getting that this is kind of maybe both you and a person. We're definitely looking at past energy here, though, Cancer. So for some of you, this is the thing that's ended. It's got to do with this love connection. You came closer than anyone. So I feel like this is on both sides too, that you may have both opened up to each other in a way that you haven't been able to open up to other people as in the past. When I see this card, you came closer than anyone. It does also give that vibe of you came closer than anyone else, but I'm still too guarded because I hide behind material things. So that's, I don't feel as though that's actual like possessions or it may be. No, hang on, it is for one of the people. For one of the people, they are hiding behind material things. They're filling the gap by buying. Okay, they're covering up their emotions by kind of saying, I only care about money. Once again, I'm getting that Capricorn thing because, I'm a Capricorn myself, and this is something that is very often perceived of Capricorns. It's not necessarily the truth, although I'm not going to lie. I do myself sometimes hide behind material things like, I do have a bit of an addiction to shoes. And I was actually thinking earlier today about doing the Instagram, look at my other shoes that I forgot to post, because I've got some really cool shoes that I keep forgetting to put the pictures up on Instagram. But it's kind of like, there is always an element of, if I'm focusing on shoes and how awesome my shoes are, I'm maybe not looking at other areas of my life that aren't up to where I want them. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that sort of vibe here, that one of the people maybe, does hide behind material things in a sense, whereas the other one, it's kind of hiding behind, like material words. So it's kind of like hiding their true emotions and their true passions for love, hiding that behind words like, oh, I don't really want a relationship, or hiding the feelings, even though they may very well want a relationship and they want someone to get close to them. It's kind of that vibe of, oh, I don't want a relationship. I don't want someone to get too close to me, but they do. It's kind of that juxtaposition going on there. But also, it was my fault, but I blamed you. So a lot of blame going on there. And I'm once again, both sides, both are blaming the other, but are aware of their own fault in the situation. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. And once again, it's going both ways. So you may be very well staying awake thinking about this person, Cancer, just as much as they're staying awake thinking about you. All right. So I'm feeling it's going both ways. So with that sort of energy, that's definitely, mirroring each other a fair bit here. All right. Not going to lie, mirroring each other a little bit. So think about the way that you do truly, on a very intimate level, in all honesty to yourself. How do you think about this person? How do you feel about this person? They feel the same way. The good and the bad Okay, all the good and the bad, that I hate to say it, yeah, all the good and the bad. So if you are blaming them for things, they're blaming you for things too. And if you are holding resentment for things, they're probably holding resentment for things too. If you are holding a lot of love and desire for this person, they are holding all that for you as well. All right, so it's going both ways. I can definitely feel the mirroring energy there, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. What's the goss on Cancer's love life, please? What's the goss on Cancer's love life? What's the goss on Cancer's love life? Whoa, okay, that's way too many. All right. I'll just have a quick look at the energy of all those ones that fell out there. I will actually talk about some of these that have flown out here, because even though I've got a stack of cards here, plus the two, that we were going to talk about, I've got time, give it time. I've got this one that says, I love you. This one that says, my love is deep. I wanted to talk about this one, playfulness, okay, because that's vibing a little bit of that child energy that we saw, that playfulness, that that sense of adventure that you and this person had at some point, all right, being reignited, that sense of playfulness, innocence, that childlike, that inner child connection that you both had. I do have the twin flames card has flown out as well, but these ones here, healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So definitely feeling as though there is some healing needed here, especially if we are seeing that bursting back into your life, Cancer. But criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So we're seeing that transformation, that phoenix energy once again. But we're also talking about that blame, that blame game there, that holding resentment toward each other, about what has happened in the past. So there's a lot going on here, Cancer, obviously, with all those cards coming on out for you today. There is a lot going on under the surface here, like I was sort of picking up on intuitively. This person feels like your safety zone, but at the same time, there's a lot of emotion under the surface, both good and bad, and you and this person are definitely mirroring each other. All right, so if you are wanting to reconcile this situation, so are they. All right, if you think it's ended, they probably do too, but there's definitely that energy for this to burst back into life. So if you do, if you do want to start that healing process with this person, the first step was being clearly shown to you today, Cancer, with that house energy. So if that's the case, and you do want to reconcile with a particular person, go to their house. Safe place for you to go. This person does seem to be a safe place for you to go, and once again, if you need them, they need you. All right, so that mirroring is strong. All right, but that's what we've got for you today, Cancer. I hope that resonated for you. If not, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.